Good morning, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall is 8 minutes past 9 on Sunday morning. Sunday morning coming down. Back with a few at Punchestown today. It's only the one meeting surviving. I had been looking at Lingfield earlier there. There was a bus horse running and the 1242 that had won for us last week. But I see when I went back to just set up this, it's abandoned, meeting off. So I don't know what the story is there. No, well, I was away out of the house last night, but I had no pints. Done a bit of house visiting and came back then and I watched a bit of the NFL. The Texans won, and I didn't wait up then for the other game. I seen the results this morning. The Ravens beat the Steelers. So there's a couple of good games on today. The Bills and Broncos is first. So I might watch that later. I don't know what's on tomorrow. I didn't look at it yet. So in the event I don't have a video tonight or in the morning, I'll add up something for tomorrow if I fancy something. We had 4 running yesterday. First up was Sherry Dam. It was going to be a difficult task carrying the penalty up against the boys, but jumped all right. It was a funny sort of race. The ground looked a bit all tacky or something. 2 finishers. I don't know about the form of that race going forward with handstands, but he done it well enough. The horse and well on second looked to be threatening coming to the last, so and that wouldn't be a world beater. But a good winner in the King of PRs or PRS, tomato. Jumped well all through. Connor Stonewalsh, he's been very good to us since his very first ride over jumps. We were on him and he bagged one for us. Must try and track him down at some point, at some meeting. Jumped well, a great result for I was going to say Oliver Cromwell, Gavin Cromwell, probably no relation. He had the first, second and third. 4 winners yesterday in good form. It's great for a small yard like that. Well, he was small one time. He's getting into the big leagues now. One big bang. It was going well. Fell into a hole. Went out with a big bang. Looked maybe as if the race came too soon after running in 2-3 mile races on dour going. Maybe he needs a bit of a break because he's not that bad. And Lahab, I'm giving up on that after yesterday. He must have smacked his head or something coming out of the stall. He didn't look to be injured. His legs, maybe his head was bleeding or something, I have no idea, but because he had a job to pull him up, he didn't look to be injured or anything. I didn't hear anything about it afterwards, but Renan, not that lucky for us down through the years. Shout out to Winnie K. I don't know whether I answered you back or not. I'll answer the comments back when I get this in the oven. On to today, a nice card. I was actually going to go. Oh, there's Lingfield off. I was going to go to Punchestown today, but I decided I wouldn't. There's money for it. In the first race, Toontown is all the rage, probably because it's his first run for the aforementioned Gavin Cromwell after transferring yards. Same ownership from Brendan Walsh. We were on Manor's Cove the last time. Bit of money for that as well, I see now, because it was 8th not too long ago. These are the live show. My selection in the race was 5-2 not that long ago and 9-4. I see now there's money for this into 15-8 was Papa Barnes for Tom Draper. He had a good winner for us there last week. This was his first run the last time. We were on Manor's Cove and that, but this lad popped out in front. Jezzy jumped great and big and bold and neat, great technique. Just got a little tired. It's not an easy thing to do to go from A to a Z in Naas. I'd been thinking that Mallore's Cove could lie up closer to the pace, but it couldn't. And he looked like he was going to be swallowed coming round the turn for home. Stayed on gallantly to the line. I was fierce impressed with the way he jumped. And this is a conditional jockeys race as well, and the same pilot, William Michael O'Brien, is on him. So that's no negative. That's him out in front.
Clear. At the third last, Papa Barnes into it. From Hillsdale landing just second. The Irish Impulse, ridden along to keep position, is Chosen Shant, and they're tracked for home
that's
by
Mahler's
right folks.
Cove back
gone away
there.
From Mahler's Cove, who's followed by
Captain
and Turbo. In they come for the final two fences, and with a vastly reduced advantage. Papa Barnes, as Hillsdale looms in the centre, ridden along Chosen Shant. Coming this side is Irish Impulse, followed by Right Folks Please as they pan out across the track. Coming towards the second last. On the right it's Papa Barnes, still with the advantage from Hillsdale. Right Folks Please, and then Irish Impulse and Chosen Shant, two out. Papa Barnes still to be headed from second place Hillsdale, then Right Folks Please, who's been patiently ridden in behind the leading pair, and then Irish Impulse, Chosen Shant, a gap then to Mahler's Cove. Coming to the final fence, and it's Hillsdale joining issue with the long-time leader Papa Barnes, and jumps to the front as Hillsdale. Climbing the hill, Right Folks Please is next, and then Irish Impulse, and it is Hillsdale and Jordan Gainford comfortably lengthening away from in second place Papa Barnes. Third is Right Folks Please, and then Irish Impulse. They're well strung out in the closing stages of the Cairn Gamble Nace member handicap chase. Won in great style by Hillsdale. Papa Barnes second, Right Folks.
Straight on well to be second. Now, William or Patrick Michael O'Brien, if you're listening, I'm sure you are, just save a little, don't go off mad galloping. I know that was you were trying to test the bit of stamina. Just save a bit of the reserve for coming home today and get the job done. I see it's 2.8 on the machine and it's 3.05 for Tooting Town, so it's favourite on the machine. There's an each way bet I was looking at, it's 10 to 1 there now with 365, it's 8s and that. 5 to 1 the field. It's the horse there, Paradise Lost, for Charles O'Brien. Gavin Bruder taking off 3. If you look at there, the ground today is soft to heavy in places. This ran well on bad ground before a few times. Behind Elliott on the flat and like was rated 64, and behind Rodney Bay, good enough runs. One on soft ground, 1.5 miles in Roscommon, was second in Gordon Park on soft. But this day it shows 15 out of 15. The last time it ran over hurdles, but that doesn't tell the whole story. The whole story is they were going too fast for it on ground that was a bit lively for it. That's him there at the back. He runs on in to be 4th, but he was disqualified because the jockey weighed in a pound light. I think he had excuses. It might have been something, he had 2 girths when he weighed out and he only had 1 coming in or something.
Followed by the Great Falco on the inside of Dark Image. Round the outside, trying to make headway the names Jock. It's all about even.
It'll be peeping out here now with the red hat
as they jump to third last. Kilbrin Rocco in the centre, wouldn't you agree? Coming there, Dam Rapide, Red Glory, right there in the centre. Towards the outside, the names Jock had a fascinating shadow as they jumped to second last flight. Red Glory landed in front. The names Jock towards the outside, fascinating shadow. Coming through on the inside is Chatterbox. Behind them, Dam Rapide as they round the elbow and head for the final flight. Red Glory out in the centre of the course. Over towards the far side is Chatterbox. As they jump to last, Red Glory and Chatterbox jumped it together. Ahead of the names Jock, Dam Rapide, staying on from the back, Paradise Lost. On the run in, Red Glory out in the centre of the course and Rachel Blackmore with the advantage from Chatterbox on the rail. Red Glory will win it narrowly. Red Glory from Chatterbox, Dam Rapide ahead of Paradise Lost.
Ran on well enough there. I think the ground and the half a mile trip will be a help. They're paying 5 places. I thought it was an each way play, especially there at 10 to 1. 5 is the field. It's good enough card that at Punchestown today. There's a bet there, I think, as well in the amateur race. It's 2 miles 6, soft to heavy in places. I'm going on 9 graces. This was a 72 shot last night. For Barney Connell with Finney and Maguire in the plate. Now, this needs a trip. It won for us before in Ballinrobe, and it was 2 miles 6, which is rate 112. It was hosed up that evening. Mikey O'Sullivan was on it, and it's soft ground, 2 miles 6. And ran on heavy ground. That was a great run, I thought, last year at Christmas in the Pertims qualifier. When chasing then, yielding ground there, I thought was again it was best, but easy fella, no slouch. This was too short, and this was yielding ground again, and it was a good run to La Malmason or La Malmason, Ballybone Belter. The step up and trip today and the thing, I'd nearly make that my nap of the day. Followed closely. Anyone that wants to double it up with the other one and the other chase. I'll check the board. Yeah, there's money for it. Still 9 to 4 with the red bookies. 85 to 40, 15 to 8. Get 2 to 1. Staying trip on the ground will be a key to that. We have there's a grade 3 novice chase. There's only 4 runners in it now. Search for Glory is out. I thought down memory lane, the reason it jumped so bad, I thought the last year it was just stuck in the mud in the UK. Like Watson won't mind the ground. We were on Farron Glory the last time. It wasn't put into the race in Leopardstown, but I think it's better on better ground as well. Looks to be Lecky Watson's to lose. And then we have the Talking Horse. There's always a couple of them every winter before Cheltenham. This one is Salvatore Monday. It opened up, I think, 5 to 6. It's gone 4 to 6 now. This is the favourite for the Supreme, and like there's only 6 in it today. No matter what he does, if he wins by a length, they'll have the price the same, and if he wins by 10 lengths, they'll probably cut him into 3 to 1, and there won't be a pound being able to be put on as well, because I noticed the last few years they change the price. They don't let money dictate the change in price. They change it themselves because they're cowards. They're not bookies anymore running these outfits. They're accountants. All they think is the shareholder, not the punter. And then they say there was money put on. They don't get a chance because everything is closed up as the race is on. We'll see what's the story with them after. So that's me. I'll get this into the oven. It's just 9:20 now. So bash the bookies over and out.